Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. For the first time ever, my camera is perfectly aligned. Like, I'm talking, I can be reading the prompter and it looks like I'm on, it's like right here. And my head isn't going too far underneath or too on top, so I don't have the fat look. I'm happy. Hold on, I gotta get this launched. Hold on a second. So I'm really excited. I mean, Amy and Leroy.
Oh, you do look good. You do look good.
Dude, it's right on.
Wait.
It's right frickin' here. Like, I mean, it's right. And I'm so excited because I've been trying. My daughter did it. All right, Liv, we're good?
I'm looking right now. It's got a
I got it.
refresh.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really excited.
okay.
Needless to say. Very excited. We'll show you what that looks like here shortly. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. What's that?
Sorry. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm messing everything up.
So you're not messing anything up. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Shirt of the night, brand new, custom-made Trump Vance 2024 shirts, and hats, and flags, and coffee, and sweaters, and long sleeve, and tank tops. Oh my! Everybody gets a piece. 10% off. I can't do 15 because I've already put them on sale at 10 to Facebook, and it would be wrong. I can't do competitive discounts. I got to do 10. I would recommend getting it. These things, we have sold a shit ton so far, and if you have not had a chance, they're the best looking Trump Van shirts I've seen. I'm sorry. They look, that coffee mug is the shiznit.
Yeah, it's real. I love the dark colors, the black, and the red, and the white. It looks fantastic.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, everybody, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Get ready to rock and roll. Busy night. The Dumb Club, folks, we have our fourth, I think, group meeting. Everyone's going to be together. Leroy and Amy will be there for Q&A this week. Amazing. On Saturday, members only. Quarterly gift boxes, Cost Club membership, which is awesome. You get 20% off American-made product like Amazon. Premium news content, and 5% back to veterans. It's a way to get back to the Dumb Club, but also we get back to you. You make the Dumb Show happen. We thank you so much. Stop on by, thedumbclub.com.
Yay! Howdy, y'all. This is Damani Felder.
Sorry, black guys, you've been replaced by another black guy.
Howdy, y'all. This is Damani Felder. These are perilous times in American history, and now more than ever, we need individuals who are willing to wage war on the ideological battlefield with like-minded individuals. And I can think of no better place to start than my friends at the Don't Unfriend Me show. So thank you for being here, and enjoy the show.
Love that guy. Love that guy.
Touching.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Wimkin.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The DUM Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Welcome to the Don't. You know what, Amy? You bring us in. We've been doing this forever. We need to share the love. Go ahead, Amy. You bring us into the show tonight. Go.
Welcome everybody. I've like literally had like a brain fart. Thanks for being on, to everyone. We would love for you to like our stream and share this out because it's going to be a great show, as it is every day, obviously. And also, don't forget, we are almost at our goal of 3250. We are just a little bit shy. Few more days left in the month of July, so please come on over to linktopgo.com/the dumb show, and please, if you've taken care of your family, friends, you have your vacation, all of it, everything else is taken care of, please feel free to share the tip with us and give us and donate whatever you can. So
Wow.
yes. Well,
Just
you
a
okay?
tip.
I've been replaced. Ask her from now on, not me.
So
I
you
don't
both do
well.
fine.
I don't do well on the spot.
You're fine. You do. Listen, you do yeoman's work. I mean, seriously, I got to give you credit. You bust your butt and you do just fine. And I usually throw you on the spot. So I figured if I just continue to throw everybody on the spot, it'll be easy. And we'll finally get it. It's not fair for me not to give you guys practice at it. By the way, folks, 10% discount of the night. Holy moly. The Trump Vance gear. It's got MAGA on the side of the hat. It's got Trump Vance on the front. We've got flags. We got coffee. We got everything. This is what it looks like as far as the flag and the overall logo itself. Pretty cool. Very similar to... It's simple. It's easy. And it works. Now available to everybody in their fine store over at thedumbshow.com. Trump Vance, and it is Fight for America 2024. Listen, I'm buying it. I'm rocking it. I'm proud, and I'm going to wear it outside, and I don't care. So it's on sale right now over at thedumbshow.com. Current update on Documents of Freedom. We are doing our 9th printing of the Documents of Freedom. 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
I don't
Folks,
remember him making
Such a niner in there.
It's Niner, Roger, Niner, Victor. What's your clearance? Clarence. So 9 times the Documents of Freedom have been made, and the new one is coming shortly, which we should have a mock-up here. I think, is it Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a mock-up.
Today's Monday.
We should have a mock-up Tuesday, and then be ready to rock and roll. So we're really close. So I'm telling you, it looks good. And I've had a chance to see what Jason's working on, and we're very happy. It's going to be Common Sense by Thomas Paine, which is George Washington Common Sense, and then Thomas Paine is, I think it's the Finer Points of Virtue. It doesn't matter. Maybe that's Washington. Common Sense is Thomas Paine, and then Overall Virtue is by Washington. And what it talks is about being virtuous and focusing on family values. And then we're going to have the flag, code of flag conduct. Light it at night, when to surrender it, what happens if it touches the ground, what does it mean when you fly it upside down? All make a difference, folks. Thank you. $51.99 from Kevin.
Keith.
Holy moly, Kevin.
Keith.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Or Keith. Kevin, Keith, whatever. Whatever. He gets it. He gets it. Thank you, Keith. I'm sorry, I was covered. Anyway, point being is that's going to be done here shortly. We're pretty excited about it. We hope you are too. So that we're going to bring that to you, Moaki Tick. Just want to also let you know that Wimkin decided to go ahead and issue their stock options today. And Olivia, Amy, Leroy, and Amy Stancombe and I all received our stock. And we get to hold on to that for 2 years. But we're essentially, those 5 people are 10% shareholders in Wimkin.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
And,
So you to Jason for that. Like that's huge. That's amazing.
Yeah. Very.
I cannot thank Wimpkin enough for that. And folks, if you haven't downloaded the Wimpkin app, I did the other day. It takes a little bit to get into, but once you're into it, it functions very much like Facebook. And it's really nice in terms of being able to share your thoughts, but unedited. Like you can say what you want. It's everything you really do want in a social media platform.
Yeah, I want to thank Jason for creating the Don't Unfriend Me show and bringing Leroy on and creating that environment for him so he could get stocks in the future. And thank you so much, Jason, for doing all those lovely things for Leroy.
Well, wait, I've got more.
I'm busting balls.
I have got
there's
a better.
More.
Oh,
I got a better impression. Hey, Liv,
Okay.
I need my shake.
No, that's right. That's right. That's
Get
true.
my shake.
No, I don't say get. I say I need
funny.
my shake, and then I stop, and then 25 seconds later go and please. Right. So if that, there's no doubt. Listen, that was a pretty good. Maybe we should go ahead and impersonate the way you talk to your son. So let's.
I would love that.
Listen. We all have our faults, and it's really a great segue into the show because. It's gonna be interesting. Thomas says,
I'm replying.
okay, yeah, your cap is. So last night, this is a really good segue because first of all, Liv, your job.
Yes.
Are you getting emails yet?
Yes, I already got one.
You're getting the emails from me.
There's
There's another one.
Okay, no, I'm getting them up.
Cool. Just want to let you know there's another one.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. So here's the thing. I received an email. Oh, one last thing. Sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Very, 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 very sorry. Here, quickly. Here is the site. If you go to thedumshow.com and you just go to new items or type in Vance, and then all the product shows up. Okay. Just want to let you know. Okay. 10% off right now. You don't need to put in a code. It's automatically going to discount right to your pocketbook because we love you. And
Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, so this is an email that I got at the wee hours of the morning. I always love these because I wake up to this. So it's kind of a funny story. People comment on my stuff, but not as often as you would think. On Rumble. Now Facebook, oh my Lord, people don't mess with me. Like Occupy Wall Street, they just don't even get near me anymore.
Really?
No. All the lib labs, they don't troll my page anymore. They learned. They don't do it. They used to. And they realize they can't get me to cuss. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me to cuss so they can get me banned. And it just doesn't work. And I won't let them. But people on Rumble tend to do it. So do you guys remember that lady that was here the other night and I went into and she had some things to...
She wasn't a three-namer. We assumed she
right.
was, but she wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but she had some things to say. Well, I think this is her because she came on to Rumble, and you're not going to be able to see this extremely well, but we're going to do our best here.
What was the name on Rumble?
Joy something.
Okay, yeah, no, that wasn't what the lady
here, I'll give you. Do you want her address? I got.
No. I just remember. Are you talking about the lady on Sunday yesterday when you came on?
Yeah.
I remember what her name was. She was a peach.
Okay, so I have a feeling. I'm not sure. One of these people, Joy Free One is her name. Joy Free One. And it says, and I just deleted her comment because I wanted to do it on the show. So let's go ahead and do this so you guys can see this. By the way, she says, no. Let's do this. This one's first. Okay. So this one's first. It says, your poor wife or partner. Right there, she's a liberal. You said partner, so I know you're a liberal. You just outed yourself, right? I mean, your life choice partner. Yeah, you're a liberal. You speak in such a condescending way in general, and to her, she seems to have no joy. Being your partner, I can understand why. Wow. And I was like, oh, that was rude.
And,
I was like, that's a little rude, but I was like, holy shit. I think maybe we had the mic hot when I thought we were offline. And I'm like, there are times when I'm not proud of that. holy shit, maybe I need to go and look, right? Because you guys have been on pre-show. There's times where Olivia and I get into it for absolutely no reason. And most of the time it's me overreacting and getting stressed out. And I raise my voice, and that's what I do. Some guys cheat on their wives. Some guys do cocaine. Some guys go out and kill hookers. I raise my voice, and that's what I do. And it's not like screaming, but it's just stressful and stupid. And I know that. So I'm like, uh-oh. So I go listen to it. If you guys remember, there was a point where we lost Twitter, we lost Rumble, we lost Wimkin, and we lost like 4 channels in the middle of our first 45 minutes in. And I'm like, hey, Liv. And she was laughing the entire show. I was laughing. We were smiling. We were flirting. And at the end of the show, I go, hey, Liv? And she's like, yeah. And I said, is Wimkin on? And she goes, yes. No, it's not. Wait, yes, it is. No, well, hold on a second. No, it just dropped. No, it's on. No, it's streaming. No, it's not. No, it's off. Yes, it is. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, no. Which one is it? And I'm laughing. No, Leroy, it wasn't ouch, because I was laughing and she was laughing and it was a joke. And we were bantering back and forth. Yeah. 3 seconds after that, she made some sort of reference, whatever, and we both laughed and that was it. But that's what she was talking about. So then she says this, Leroy's always so judgmental. By the way, you are still on Rumble. You were so mean to her. Yes, no, with that critical tone. She didn't know the answer, so you jumped on her in that condescending way. You think you are down, but I'm hearing everything. No wonder you aren't getting money. You are obnoxious. You don't inspire anyone to give you money. And I'm like, so I went and watched it. And I almost cut it and posted it as a 1-minute short because it wasn't what she said. So I want to clarify something. Liv?
Yes.
I would like to give you as much time as you need to explain your joyless, unhappy marriage and your abused state of mind so everyone can empathize. Leroy, you already got Leroy's empathy because, he's always judging. But if you've got something you want to talk about, now's the time to bare your soul. Blink twice if you need help. Go ahead.
Lady needs to pull her stick out of her ass. My God. She needs to get fucking laid is what she needs to do. Seriously. So come in and judge me and my relationship and who I am. I've got no joy. I have a teenager, so yes, there are times I've got no joy and I want to kill her. But,
whoa. Did you guys hear her?
No, I just heard the yelling.
Oh, shit. That was...
I love you, baby.
Raggy. Like cheese, Scoob.
Oh, I'm getting the look.
Excuse me.
Can you go grab me some Advil, please?
Please.
Don't roll your eyes.
All right, go. Come on, don't hold up the show. See, here we go, condescending way. Hey, hurry up. Let's go.
Could you hurry up? Get the Advil.
So go ahead.
Anyway, anyone who comes in who knows nothing about me, nothing about you, nothing about anyone, and decides to judge us and judge me and judge you based on a 10-second interaction, Advil. Ibuprofen. Thank you. Yeah, she needs to get laid.
Okay, that's enough. You need to shut up.
Yeah.
No more time. You ran out of time.
I know.
I gave you your time to speak freely. Now go back and
Do I need to go time out again?
Go make that pot pie.
We are on Spreely.
So yeah. Wait, we're on Spreely. What does that mean?
I'm confused.
Limited time.
Spreely.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got some comments about that. Listen, I
know.
Olivia and I have a very unique relationship, and if hey Hayden, can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. Are those headphones going to stay on forever, Dr. Dre?
No, I'm
okay, I have a question for you. Can you when I was playing my game innocently and just sitting there just like a nice father, can you describe the way your mother was for a second real quick last night? Go.
She's kind of annoying.
Thank you so much. All right, have a good bye.
Hayden,
so
can you ask her to put the headphones on and then just kind of lean into the mic and say, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Can you put the headphones on and lean into the microphone and say, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only She thought it was funny. Our family, quickly, first of all, it is your business because we invite you guys into our circle. And we have openly shared who we are and what we do and what we don't. So it's your business. And I believe anyone who goes like, you know, hey, I'm coming out of the closet. I don't care. It's none of your business. You just made it my business. So I get an opinion. Otherwise, who are you talking to? This family, like if you don't have an IQ prerequisite above 120, you're going to get slaughtered in this house. Like now my son is worse. Like my son, he's listening to the Secret Service director and he's like, yeah, right, lady. He's like, you're just trying not to go to jail. And he's just hitting her. Like every time she says it, he goes, pfft, and he's just slamming her. I'm just like, oh my God. Like every single person in my family, it's brutal at that dinner table. So we tend to kid and we do joke and it's hard to tell when we aren't. So here's what I would recommend. Instead of going and making snap judgments, take a second. Listen to the show. Watch my wife. Watch how we flirt. Watch when she walks by. We have to like have some sort of contact. You don't know. And when I get on this show and I get fired up, it's kind of like the best way I can describe it quickly is like telling a boxer, you know, when a ref gets in the middle and that person's still throwing blows and you're asking them to go from that and stop immediately. Sometimes there's the ref gets knocked in the head. Same thing here. So like I'll get fired up and I'm not aware of somebody comes into the conversation and I might be snappy or rude and it happens in chat. I'm human. And that's the problem with having a show like, thank you, Mary, having a show like this, y'all, is that it's live, it's real. And you come into it, we're going to answer your stuff and talk to you. And once in a while, it might get messy. That's just the way it is. So if that bothers you, this might not be the show for you. If it doesn't bother you, this is a great show because I'll tell you, it's different every single night. Thank you, Elizabeth Hall.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you.
Our kids will say, if you look up sarcasm in the dictionary, you'll see our last name.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
That's very true. Amy, Leroy, anything to say on this? Or are you guys good? Can we move on? Or?
I'll comment on your relationship.
Sure.
I have known you guys for a few years now. I don't live with you, obviously, but I think, what's the hashtag? People do like relationship goals or whatever. I think you guys are exemplary, honestly. And to open up your lives to thousands or hundreds, I don't know what the numbers are, millions of people, whatever it is, every single day, pretty much, especially lately, you guys have not had a day off. I think it speaks volumes that you're not hiding anything. You are who you are. And you've been married for what, 20 some years, right?
25. She's kept her mouth relatively shut. So we'll keep it going.
Married for 22 next month.
It's 25 living in sin. It's 25 married for 22, been together 25. That's I don't consider marriage I think it's 25. We lived in sin for 3. But anyway, go ahead, Amy. Tell us more about us. Go ahead.
No, I would be I personally don't know if I'm not interesting. We're really not interesting. But I would not be comfortable sharing the ins and outs of our family life. People would judge us hardcore. I mean, the things we say in our house, we're very sarcastic as well. We're very lovingly like picking on each other in our home. So I think it could be misconstrued by anybody. So, but we love each other unconditionally through and through. So, I mean, I get it as a family who is similar to yours with kids who are a little bit younger. I'm sure in a few years we'll be at that level.
Everyone fights. Everyone argues. Everyone gets on each other's nerves.
Everyone tells me that Fiona's going to be quite the handful when she becomes teenager.
I am terrified. Yep.
Yeah. Well, we all are. And Hayden went through it relatively quick. So that's what good parenting brings. Hey, Judgy, did you have anything, Judgel McJugglekins? Did you want to go ahead and throw some accolades back to Jason just for shits and giggles, just some more?
I would throw accolades at anyone who I felt deserved it. And I think you do a fantastic job, man.
Don't suck up.
Not only with the curating of the show, but in terms of now. This is me being serious for a hot second.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
Everyone should be passionate on the show. Everyone should have something that really gets them going when they get up. Something that they strive for. And this is one of those shows that Matt put this show together by himself. So he's allowed to be a little bit passionate about it, allowed to, say, hey, no, wait, I'm taking ownership of this. And he's very particular about things. I know it because I'm very similar. So when I see those kinds of maybe a little bit of a snippet every now and then, I also hear all the time on the back end, hey, you didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Or, and he's always trying to make it a better show, which I can appreciate. So that's my 2 cents.
So true,
All right,
Leroy.
You're forgiven. So, wow. Yeah. I was, you didn't start off well, but you finished strong. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the win. That's nice of you, man. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Sincerely. That means a great deal. And the problem is that people don't know when I'm being sarcastic. That's the other thing. Is they have no idea. And they're like, oh, he's like right there. He's just being sarcastic. No, I have a problem with expressing myself with a lot of emotion. I don't get angry very often. And honestly, nobody here on this show has ever seen me angry. Nobody. Yeah. Even Amy and Leroy behind the scenes have never seen me angry. Nobody has ever seen me angry. And when I'm angry, it's not good. Like, I know my weakness, but I think one of the things is that I've been able to control my emotions over 4 years is because I try to respect people's opinions unless they're stupid. So as long as you're not stupid,
that's like 3/4 of America. So
right, I know, but it's hard. And luckily, we just got a lot of smart people here. All right, so good talk, everybody. Let's break. Good to see 160 some odd on.
Yeah, like Twitter was at 40 before I even logged on.
Yeah, we got a lot to do tonight, and it's going to be a good night. Here's the deal. Did anything happen yesterday or something? Something?
Oh God.
Something.
No, I don't know.
Somebody started off. Leroy, start us off. Go ahead. The Muds haven't seen me angry. No. Nobody has seen me angry. Yeah. Nobody. Liv, have they seen me angry?
No, but they've seen me angry.
Yeah, they've seen you angry. I haven't been angry. Even when I was on that day, I wasn't angry. You guys, when I'm angry, that's the last time you see me. If I'm talking to a person, because I'm just done with you. I like the respect is gone. That's when I'm angry. Go ahead, Leroy.
Well, I actually had a clarifying question. When you say start us off, did you mean just with like what?
Dude, yeah, like what happened yesterday? Is there anything that happened?
Yesterday, not that I can think of. Nothing. I was not really parked in front of a TV though, like all day.
Cool. Yeah, let me help you. Joe Biden decided to drop out of a race.
Are you sure he knows he's out of the race though? We haven't seen him since the announcement. I'm worried.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is weird. Like, right? It's weird.
Very weird.
To resign with a letter. Now, here's my. You know what? Enough of me. I want to hear about you guys. What do you think's going on?
I think there is some health issue that has probably been there that he's been able to hide from the public, and it's probably getting worse. This is obviously speculation, everybody. I think it's getting worse, and he can't hide it anymore, and his people close to him are just saying, it's time for you to step down so you don't have to come out and publicly quit being the president right now. Like, we can keep it under wraps as long as possible. We'll just hide him for the next few months.
Right. Tuner says, when Olivia gets angry, does she tend to call people watermelon teddy bear poo-poo heads? I need to make that shirt. Like, have a watermelon with a teddy bear head or a teddy bear body and poo-poo.
Gosh, she deserved every bit of that.
So he's sick, right? They said he had COVID. Maybe it's long COVID. Maybe it's 3.5 year COVID. Okay, so possibly sick. What else, Leroy?
Well, so there was some speculation on that, and I had been hearing conspiracy theory all day about why he was dropping out and the particular timing of everything. Something that you just said that kind of made me think about this. The fact that when he issued that letter and it wasn't on official White House letterhead makes me wonder if this was an emergency. Hey, get this in front of him before anything serious happens to him health-wise. I wonder if that was like something to help expedite the process. Now I really am worried because nobody has seen him, and I'm to understand that most of his appointments have all either been canceled or rescheduled. So that just had me thinking about that a little bit.
Fair
Did you
enough.
hear what his brother said about him too? His brother, I don't know the
Tell us.
exact, totally paraphrasing, but his brother said he just wants to spend what time he has left with his brother. Like that's the gist of the quote, but like he said something along those lines. So I'm like, you say that about someone who's terminally ill, like we just want to spend what time they have left. We want to make it happy. We want, like, that was the gist I got from his quote that he did in an interview the other day. So yeah, very bizarre.
So yeah. Robin says the signature on that letter was not Biden's. I want to be clear. Unless you're a handwriting expert, the president doesn't sign most of the shit that goes in front of him. Just to let you know. Most of the stuff that you see is not signed by the president of the United States. Other people do that. In any given day, the president would have to sign thousands and thousands of things. He doesn't have the time for that. He will sign pieces of legislation that's only him, reserved for veto power, executive orders, clemency, things like that. He will absolutely sit down and sign. He doesn't sign a letter. I'm just letting you know.
It's electronic signature, so he probably has like an adopted one. You just click OK. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Liv, what do you think? And then I'm going to throw my two cents. By the way, if you guys didn't see the Izzo show today, this show is off the frickin' charts good. Izzo and I crushed it. It like very little stupidity, and talking about dick and fart jokes, but it was all Constitution, the overall legitimacy of this, how this is a soft coup. This is a soft coup. I don't care what you say. This is election interference. This is, if you're calling what Russia did, Russia put some ads on Facebook and got people to click them. Okay. And Mueller openly said he could not prove that one vote was changed. This circumvented 14 million people.
Yeah.
And said no. We'll go into more because this, folks, I don't think there's things that you've thought about, because once again, we're going to do what we always do here. We're going to ask the why, and we're not going to focus on the distraction. We're going to focus on the result of ultimately why was this done? And there's only one explanation. There is no other explanation. And that's the cool thing, is once you break it down to the lowest common denominator, there's a simple, they've told us what they're doing. They've exposed their hand, and we'll break through why. Olivia, what are your thoughts? I mean, you heard this. I mean, once again, you screaming at me from the top of the stairs and calling me up and waking me up from my game coma. What do you think?
Well, we all know that Obama's been running the country for the last 3.5 years. And I think that he doesn't want Biden anymore, and he wants somebody else. And I don't know. I think Obama threatened him with something. God knows what. I don't know what. They have so much shit on each other that
either one of them, yeah.
But yeah, that I don't know. But I think, because I read that Obama had threatened him, and then less than 24 hours later, that's when it happened. So I think Obama's been calling the shots for quite a while, but I don't think he respects Biden at all. At all. I don't think he likes him, and I don't think he respects him.
No, he's snubbed him too many times.
Yeah,
I mean, Leroy's pointed that out on the show plenty of times.
Yeah, and I mean, he endorsed him way too late in 2020. I mean, what was it, like 2 months out from the election? He endorsed him. He waited until the last possible minute. No, I think Obama, being the leader of that party, is done with him, and he wants to go a different way.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think people remember and go through what I usually do is, when I am faced with a dilemma or faced with a problem that doesn't make a lot of sense, the first thing I do is go back as far as I possibly can to find any sinew tied to this event. And I take my memory back as far as I can. And I go, is there anything that would bring Biden, Kamala, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi together? And can I remember a time that all of them had something to do with one thing? And if I can't remember that, then I'm going to go look it up. And then I'm like, okay, and then I'm going to say, okay, no, there isn't. Okay, so now I need to start adding people to the equation. Let's throw in Chuck Schumer. Let's go ahead and put in Podesta. Let's put in Hillary. Nope. And then all of a sudden I see a connection and I go, oh, okay, here's a piece of information I can confirm. And I also remember this. So now let me explore this event and see if I can connect the dots. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama were accused in the back alley channels of communication of having an affair.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, you got to go back, and I immediately remember this happening. This was back when Kamala was running for president. A lot of people started talking about this. Is that the way he looked at her, the way he held her? He walked and hugged her. He put his arm around her and literally grabbed her pelvic bone and gave her a, like a little boom, boom, not on the top of her pelvis, but on like her hip bone. And that's a sign of affection that a man, when he's intimate with his woman. There were multiple times where people said that Barack Obama and Kamala got it on. This would explain Michelle's cold shoulder to her. This would explain Barack Obama's immediate separation and not endorsing her at all. So when I started thinking about that, I said, okay, so why is her ticket punched? Because there were plenty of other black ladies who could have went as vice president who were much more qualified than Kamala Harris. What was it about Kamala Harris? And the only sinew that I can find, it's not money, it's not power. Well, yes, it's not money, it's not votes, it's a power. Remember what I've told you. Whenever you're solving a problem with the government, money, power, votes. 3 things. So it's not money because she has enough. It's not votes because ultimately she's in a Democratic stronghold. She's a VP. She's at the highest court of the land, highest law of the land. There's nowhere else to go except president. So she's got her ticket punched. So it's got to be about power. And the one piece of sinew that I found that brought all of it together is, does anyone know in the last 20 years who was the most progressive socialist in Washington, D.C. from a voting record? Can anyone tell me who was number 5?
I would be guessing. I would rather look that up. Yeah. I don't like guessing.
Amy Klobuchar is number 5. Can anyone tell me who number 4 is? Number
Warren?
Elizabeth Warren.
Holy cow.
That is absolutely correct. Can everyone tell me who number 3 is?
Oh man. Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
That's right, Bernie Sanders. Can you tell me who number 2 is?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. What the fuck, Liv?
I listened to you.
Kamala Harris. Does anyone know who number 1 is? Go ahead, Liv.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard. That's correct. Tulsi Gabbard was the most progressive. She has the most. That's why everyone's like, oh, she's a Republican now. I'm like, no, she can't make it in her own party, and she's decided to switch. But Kamala Harris, hands down, had the most progressive policies. But she also, here's the sinew. She had the aggressive California 3 strikes policies, which also ties her into the Clintons. She also endorsed Obama in California and was one of his first Kickstarters and brought Obama into one of her fundraisers in California and called him an up-and-coming senator, was, a powerful figure, a person who we see leading the Democratic Party one day. She really kicked off his presidential career and really helped him propel in California. So now what you've got is promises made, promises kept. You've got Obama, who's running the show. All of his administration, all of the cabinet of Joe Biden is Obama's replants. We know this. We know he threatened Joe Biden 3 months in and said, I'm not going to endorse you unless you undo all of the executive orders that Trump had. He did, and reinstated Obama's policies. Then he came out and endorsed. So you're seeing things that tie it all together of how Kamala Harris has kind of been hand selected based upon her ideology. It's not who she is, it's what she wants to do. And what she wants to do is move the party left. She couldn't get elected. She got a 1% in California. She had the worst overall primary report and didn't win one state. I mean, that just doesn't happen. She ran for president and she didn't win anything. She got nothing. She didn't even gain a single primary vote, an electorate. None. She got completely She got completely snubbed. So America doesn't like her. So when you have somebody who is progressive, when you have somebody who's sitting as a vice president, and you truly want to move the party as far left as humanly possible, you can't do that through the normal election process. So what do? Well, there's a bit of information I have, and I'm not trying to lecture you. I just want to get your reactions. What I do know is that Nancy Pelosi 10 days ago went and had a meeting with Joe Biden.
Yep.
And told Joe Biden in not so many words, listen, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Here's your inside numbers. We've done internal polling, and these are the millions of dollars of internal polls. It's even worse than what the media is saying. You have no chance to win. So you have a choice. You either can go easily, or I'm going to leak this information to the media, and I'm going to destroy your presidency. Folks, that is quid pro quo. That is not only you're blackmailing the president of the United States. The Democratic Party is openly, listen, now at this point, people have said it, I actually feel not bad for Joe, but man, he's not around because either he's dying, which I don't think that's the case. I think he's unbelievably pissed. My everything I'm hearing is that
I get it because the party that he defended has now turned his back on him. I get it. I get what you're saying.
And I'm going to say it. I don't care.
And every other Democrat in America.
Someone who I know who doesn't know Joe Biden in an intimate setting or spends all day with him, but is in a capacity to be near Joe Biden and observe him from afar, if you can't pick up what I'm saying, has said that Joe Biden is like ready to burn down the Democratic Party. Like ready to rain holy Hades hellfire on the party.
Good.
He is so effing pissed is what I understand. That he has completely just said enough. And whether that is a part of his dementia or whatever, I think they're keeping a lid on him. If you listen to Kamala's speech today, and we'll talk about it, that whole fabrication that what she read was completely canned. And I think that Joe Biden de facto is no longer running our country. Even in he hasn't been for 3.5 years, but in the sense of he is not running our country at this point. Like he is in a de facto state of being completely removed from the presidency. I truly believe this because something was said. Joe said something that set them off to a point of we have to do damage control. That's my gut. All right, I'm going to open it up to you guys and you tell me what you think.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. I do think his health is in question, though. I really do. I think he's been. I mean, plus we heard the Parkinson expert was at the White House. Like, I don't know.
8 times.
And I don't know. Right. So we don't know what's going on. I think it's a combination of everything, honestly. I think it's his health and the fact that he's not pulling the numbers they want him to be pulling.
Exactly.
But if I was in the Democratic Party or if I was like a Biden supporter, which at the end I was riding for Biden, I was hoping he would stay in, to be honest.
Now it's abandoned Brandon.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I was someone who did truly support Biden, and there are people out there who truly do support him and think he's amazing, and even though I don't agree with them or understand their brain and how it's wired, if I was them, I'd be so angry right now. I would feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me. And why didn't I get a say in this? I thought they believed in democracy. I thought we got to vote on who we wanted for president. Well, now they're just saying it's going to be Kamala. And who knows? I mean, the least they could have done to their own party was have an open DNC. And they're not.
Yeah. Oh, no, they won't. They can't. They can't.
Isn't that
because
I thought that was in August.
It's in August.
I think it's the 19th through the 21st.
Or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22nd, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Go ahead.
I completely agree with you. 110%. I think that is a huge slap in the face to Joe, who basically did everything that his party asked of him. And then in the final months, due to polling issues, and this is where I think a lot of this kind of venom from the left kind of comes in, due to polling numbers, right? And you've got these pollsters literally in every state, but the states that he's most concerned with, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania is a big one. They have 19 electoral votes on their that they're responsible for. They're looking for how President Biden is polling in those swing states and saying this is not working. And then they boned him with it. They absolutely came back and said, look, I did everything that you asked me to, and now they're effectively firing him. They're forcing him out, and I think you're probably right. I think he's pissed big time.
I wonder if he's going to be at the DNC.
No, well, here's the thing. He'll have to be. But
yeah,
the thing is that I believe it. Remember what I said? I said Joe Biden will not be replaced. Joe Biden will have to resign because of he cannot win, or he's to the point sick that he can't. I think that Joe Biden doesn't know he's sick.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has told the guy he's sick. I think they've kept it from him. But he's not so far out there. I'm sorry. I've been watching the guy for 48 years. He is a sliver of what he used to be, but he is not all gone. He is still crafty. He still can show up times and deliver where he doesn't look like the debate. I believe that the Democrats have been covering something up. I think there's a sickness here, and they are doing damage control. There was going to be a leak. Something was going to happen, and they have put him on ice. This is the only reason. It's a very reflective situation of the movie Dave. And if you haven't watched Dave, go watch Dave.
I remember that.
Yeah,
it very much resembles this, is that something has happened, but I'm telling you, I think Joe Biden at this point is uncontrollable. And that is the one thing about Joe Biden that a lot of people don't understand, is that he has no problem opening his mouth. Look at the SEAL incursion. And had no business outing that it was SEAL Team 6. Now, a lot of people say he got SEALs killed. He did not get SEALs killed, but he did out Team 6, DevGru, as the team that got bin Laden. It's not his business to say. He would reveal policy. Remember, the whole reason why the Democrat Party embraced the LGBTQ community was because Biden went ahead and committed to it in a freaking campaign, and Obama had to go ahead and embrace the LGBTQ because he committed and said, I want to talk to Barack Obama. We're going to get this pushed through. The LGBTQ community and marriage is something that this administration supports. He says shit he's not supposed to. He gets mad. In 2016, he had some very, very choice words for Obama that were not appropriate for people on this channel to hear. And when I say that, he went back to his roots. Some of the monikers he called Obama. The Secret Service have written, Bongino's written books. It's out there. Go look. But Joe Biden was so unbelievably angry with Barack Obama that essentially, and I'm just going to say it, comment very similar to, I served under your N-ass. I lowered myself to be your VP, and you can't even endorse me, and I had to listen to this for 8 years. He was pissed off. He felt that he had done his time. And his relationship with African-American people has always been one of subservience. Has been always one of he's above them. So he lowered himself to work for Obama, and Obama can't endorse him? What an uppity blankety blank Obama is. This is the dissension between them two. Obama put Biden out to pasture. He emasculated him for the final 4 years of his administration. Biden was basically giving medal ceremonies. That's all that Biden did because he constantly opened his mouth. So something is going on where Biden has unleashed his temper, and I think the Democrats are a little worried that he is completely off the rails and is going to say something to burn the party. And I'm telling you, can you imagine he comes out and says, I was the president of the United States. I am the president of the United States. I have been forcefully removed from running for office. I feel that my office has been taken over by the Democratic elites, starting with Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, and these investors and these donators. Can you imagine what that would do? It ensures Donald Trump the presidency even more, and it burns the party down, and people will turn on the Democratic Party. Sorry, that's so long-winded. I'm sorry, so long-winded. Go ahead, Liv.
This is actually just an announcement. I've been talking to Jason. Wimkin's under attack right now. So 3 nodes are down. They're working on it. So I can't get in via our Wi-Fi. I went on my phone on LTE and I'm in. But so he asked me to
Are we still streaming?
Yeah, there's some people that are on and it's on my phone. But if you can't get on Wimkin, that's why.
Get that shit fixed, Jason.
So they're working on it.
All right.
But yeah, no, Kevin's on. Lee's on. But a couple other people can't get on like me. So it's just, I guess it depends on which node
Thank you, sweetie. Tell Jason we wish him the best. I want everyone to listen to this, and then I want comment. I mean, I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry, but this one, it's not a conspiracy theory. These are the sinews. These are the pieces of delineation from one point to another where we've seen the erosion of the Barack Obama-Joe Biden relationship. And I think Joe Biden was so fucking embarrassed that Donald Trump did that to him. Obama hates Trump. Has you guys ever heard Obama belittle and ridicule another person as much as he did Donald Trump at that roast and that dinner? He hates him. I don't think he was very appreciative. Listen to this and tell me what you think. This is Kamala Harris at her speaking event today in Delaware. Why is she in Rehoboth? Why is she in fucking Delaware? That state's a lock. Why would she be there except to put the shit back in the horse? Listen to this.
Right.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day.
Did you hear what she almost said? Listen again.
Voice, Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every.
She almost said recording. She goes the call. Listen again.
Voice, Joe, I know you're still on the call. And we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us. And we do. Everybody here does.
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love you.
I love you, Joe. It is.
I love
And if I were in the same room, I'd be sniffing you.
So let me get this straight. He writes a letter, doesn't address the nation, doesn't address the millions of people, 81 million people who supposedly voted for him. Now he makes a call in, not a video conference. Where's the video conference? Why isn't he? So now what you're saying is he couldn't make public appearances, but now he can't make a teleconference appearance. Why is this guy president? And why are people allowing this? I said the Republicans shouldn't go after Joe and call for his presidency. They should invoke the 25th. They should immediately find out what's going on. I'm telling you, it's a soft coup. It's not a coup. People are saying it's a coup. It's not a coup. It's a soft coup.
What's the difference?
Yeah, they just fired him.
Tell them what the difference is, Leroy. Tell Olivia what the difference is between a soft coup and a coup.
No, that one's you.
Oh,
you tell her.
Okay. A coup is usually done by military force. It is a seizure of the government and the current chain of command and replaced with a military presence and then ultimately decided and broken down to a new form of government. That's a coup. A soft coup is using administrative powers, blue collar type situations, white collar type situations, paperwork, legalese, those type of things, blackmail, extortion, those type of things to ultimately alter the course of a government into essentially replacing itself. That's a soft coup. This is exactly what they said.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that we were going to do. This is what they said. We're going to destroy democracy. You have just removed the president of the United States from capacity. Where the fuck is he? Yeah. Nobody knows.
I mean, we talked about this earlier, is if he isn't fit to run for president.
Oh, yeah. Say this.
Why is he fit to still be president?
And if he is fit to be president, then why did you remove him? Why did you force him to withdraw from the race? So it's either, you can't have it both ways. Olivia said it perfectly. Either he's unfit to run because he's unfit, then he should not be the president. And if he is fit, then why did you forcefully remove him? And that makes it a coup. This is the last time Joe Biden was seen. I'm telling you guys, you know me. I don't do this conspiracy stuff, but there's too much here. There's too much smoke. There's too much fire. I'm telling you, watch this. This is the last time he was seen, and this is what we saw. Leroy, you okay? Do you got to go?
Yep. No, I'm good.
Okay. So you have jet lag again?
I've never seen him wear a ball cap before.
Oh, he's worn a ball cap before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's very strange. Go ahead.
If they wanted him gone and Kamala to be president, why didn't they just, if he's that sick or something, why didn't they just do the 25th? Why even play this whole game?
I'll tell you, because the 25th is an impossible thing. The 25th, you have to have Secretary of State, you have to have Secretary of Defense, you have to have the leader of the Joint Chiefs, you have to have the Treasurer, you have to have Department of, you have to have like 21 cabinet signatures, along with the Vice President, along with the Speaker of the House. The gain of 8 have to go ahead and also agree. It is a massive undertaking. This is why the 25th Amendment has never been manually invoked, but has been invoked willingly, because Reagan signed the 25th Amendment to go ahead. Well, scratch that. No, Reagan did not. It was, who the fuck just did it? Somebody did it when they went in for surgery in the last 20 years. I don't know. But the point is, Reagan couldn't because he was incapacitated. Go ahead.
I think you're right. I think it was Reagan. But my question was, do you think that it has anything to do with the optics that surround the idea of invoking the 25th Amendment? When we're talking about 81 million votes, we're talking about the most popular president of all time, and then all of a sudden, 3.5 years in, his own party invokes the 25th. Do you think that the optics surrounding that might be part of it?
Well, of course. I mean, but here's the thing. I think they got poll numbers. What is the one thing that happens every single election?
October surprise?
Yeah. I think they know what the October surprise is going to be. And I think it's going to be so big, it's going to burn the party to the ground. I truly believe, I'm telling you, everything screams in my head October surprise. Because understand this, is most of the op-ed research, they know. They have spies in each other's camp. People know. They knew Trump, the Republicans knew that the Billy Bush tape was going to leak. It was just a matter of when. It was when they were going to use it. There's plenty of things they know. I'm telling you, something's been uncovered. It could be China. It could be Hunter. It could be bank accounts. It could be a young senator, a legislature. It could be Ashley Biden. It could be empirical evidence that he did the things, whatever. Something would be incontrovertible, exculpatory to a point where the public opinion, the court of public opinion, would absolutely destroy Joe. I believe that is the only logical explanation to literally pull the incumbent president 3 months before the election. 3 months. It's never happened. It hasn't even happened within a year, unless death.
Do you think if you're correct on that, even though he's not running anymore, they'll still drop it?
Why would they? That's probably the negotiation. That's probably it. Somebody in power went up and said, this is the information we have. This is going to destroy the Democratic Party. This guy is corrupt. We know he's corrupt. It's going to break. This is the evidence they have. We know they have it, and we're hearing they have it. We have a choice. We either remove him or they're going to burn it to the ground. That is my gut feeling. That's why they've put him on ice. That's why they're hiding him. That's why they're keeping him away. This is speculation, yes, but I've been in this game too long. I've been following it since I've been 6 years old. I know how they play the game. Amy, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Amy, we can't hear you.
That's sometimes appropriate. Amy, we can't hear you, kid. You got to talk. Yeah,
Yes.
There you
go
go.
ahead. Go ahead, sister.
Something happened. I don't know. But why not do the October surprise though, even still, and say, well, this is why they pulled him out, and we have proof of this because they all knew
Yeah.
about it, and they were going, and they didn't want this to come out, so we're bringing it out to show that not only did they know about this, this is how corrupt they go. This is how deep it runs.
Because I don't think the Republicans are the ones that have it.
Oh.
I think the
media.
Democrats have it. I think it was a young legislator. I think it's someone who is railed against Biden, who is not, who is a Green New Deal type. I believe that somebody within the ranks has information, or it's an elite, or it's something. It's this just smells, guys. What is the slowest moving thing on Earth?
A
Joe
glacier.
Biden and a set of stairs.
Oh. And that sloth. I don't know. We're actually talking.
Like the slowest, the slowest moving thing on Earth is, I think it's one of two things. It's either certain types of glaciers or stalagmites or stalactites. Overall, yeah,
It might be continental drift.
Well, that could be too, but I don't know. No, who knows? I remember when we went to the sulfur caves and everything else, and they were talking about how some of these have been growing for 120,000 some odd years, and they basically grow like an inch every decade or some crap, or a quarter of a centimeter every decade, whatever it is. Point is, slowest moving thing on Earth is Washington, D.C. Bless you. Washington, D.C. is one of the slowest. It doesn't happen. You don't do things this fast. You don't do things overnight. Leroy and I worked for the government. Change doesn't happen this fast. You can't even change a ship's command out. You can have a command. Somebody runs a ship aground or something, and that commander doesn't go away that fast. This doesn't happen this quickly. And I also want you to know something else that took place. Here's the other thing, and I want you to put it all together. What happened today that hasn't happened in 40 years? No. What happened today that hasn't happened in 23 years? Can anyone think of it? Something? What happened today? It was a very big thing.
20 years ago today?
No, 23 years ago.
Oh, 9/11.
Okay. So 9/11. What happened after 9/11? What did the government do?
They went and attacked Afghanistan.
No. What the legislators? What did the legislators do?
Made security at the airport hell.
Oh! It was freaking. I can't think of the name of it.
TSA.
I don't know the name of it either.
Okay. The Patriot Act, but
yes,
that's not where I'm going.
Okay.
They came together. They were unified. They did not disagree. They all came together. It was like the whole thing was at risk. Their way of life, their power, their mutual assurance. Here's the thing. These guys all go to school together. These guys all belong to the same fraternities and sororities. These guys worked in the same fucking corporations. There is no left and right in Washington. They all are gaining power, money, and votes. They are all friends. All of them. And 9/11 took place, and it literally was ready to tear our country apart. They came together in solidarity. Every single vote that went through, the vote to go to war, was 100%. Nobody pushed against it. Today, they all railed the Secret Service secretary, director. Everyone, to a person, every Democrat destroyed her. They completely stood together. So you've got another national crisis with a president stepping down, and you've got Republicans and Democrats all of a sudden working together. Why? Why today? Why the day after Joe Biden resigns, all of a sudden they are railing against the director together? To me, it's too conspicuous. They called Trump Hitler. They called him a fucking Nazi. What do you do to a Nazi? What do you do to Hitler? You put him you bury him. Why are they defending and going after, and they called him former President Trump today. They were sucking his balls, folks. Why?
Yeah.
You got to ask the why. It's not a coincidence because too many things are weird. This is like Willy fucking Wonka and everything's upside down.
Because they know Trump's going to win and they're trying to kiss his ass so he doesn't burn it down.
I don't know. Something's weird.
I went ahead and looked it up just a little while ago, right before we came on air. Prior, the Trump-Biden polling numbers showed Trump ahead by 4. And that was off of 538. When I pulled it in for Harris, it didn't change. And
really,
it did not change. And I'm really wondering, and that's just in the state of Pennsylvania. I specifically only looked at Pennsylvania. But my point
She's down against Trump.
I think I understand where Matt's coming from, is that something doesn't feel right in the water. It's like bizarro land, where everyone feels it politically, but they can't quite put their finger on it. And they see some of the writing on the wall, but you don't see the whole damn story yet. I get it.
Well, you can't, because this is a different type of situation, right? It's a different type. Okay, here, listen to this. I'm going to have you guys listen and not watch.
Let's listen into President Biden calling into this campaign event.
Keep me out of people's hair for the next 3 or 4 days, but I'm going to be on the road, and I'm not going anywhere. It's kept me away a little bit, but I want people to remember that what we have done has been incredible, and we get so much more we're going to get done. And so I want to say hello to Kamala if she can hear me. I know she's going to be speaking shortly. And I want to say to the team, embrace her. She's the best. I want to call today to thank everybody in this effort. I know yesterday's news was surprising and it was hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me to help us win this thing. Help me get this nomination. Help me win the nomination, and then go on to win the presidency. But you're an amazing team. But we've got a great. I think we made the right decision. I know how hard you've worked, how many sacrifices you've made. And so many of you uprooted your lives for me, and the kind of commitment few people make for anything these days, but you made it. And I've been honored and humbled. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. My word is a Biden, that for all you've done for me and my family. And we built the best campaign in organization in history.
Let me just go ahead and float an idea real quick. It just came to me. 2016. Why did Hillary Clinton lose? You guys watch my show long enough. I've given you the analysis on the election. Why did Hillary Clinton lose in 2016 when she had no reason to lose? Does anyone remember what I've said?
Nope. I don't remember.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. Leroy, will you look it up real quick? Look up the 2016 rate. What 2016 race? Please tell me the overall voting split, and make sure you include the third party candidate.
Oh.
Watch.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
Watch.
Yeah.
Just watch this. I have an idea.
Jill Stein. I remember that.
I have an idea.
An explanation.
I have an idea.
So Pew Research is what immediately pulled up.
Pew's
examination of 2016 electorate based on validated voters. One of the biggest challenges facing those who seek to understand the U.S. election is establishing the accurate portrait.
Oh my God, get to the numbers. Get to the numbers. Sorry, was I rude to my wife? Sorry.
Your second wife.
My second wife?
Yes.
Trump 45.
There you go, Ava Lynn. There you go, Ava Lynn. That a girl. That a girl. That a girl.
Did I miss it?
That a girl.
Kamala RFK ticket.
Oh.
Let me explain something. RFK is single-handedly. Please find the number if you can. Jill Stein was like She was close to 3.5% nationally, 7% in swing states. The whole reason that election was decided by 90,000 votes. The reason why Hillary Clinton lost, it wasn't because she was unlikable. People voted for her. It was a super close election. I know the electorate didn't come down that way, but trust me, it was a close election. And Trump won because Jill Stein siphoned votes away from her, and it obliterated her. Jill Stein's in this race. Jill Stein is running again, and so is RFK. RFK is polling double digits in multiple states. Multiple states.
I didn't realize Jill Stein was running again.
I didn't either.
What if you do this? What if you look and you see Trump has gained support with youth? He's gained support with blacks. He's gained support with women. His assassination attempt did not go the way it should have. According to them, we know what they wanted. You know what they wanted. They can sit up there and say that shit all they want. We know what they wanted. RFK is very popular with the black vote. The reason why he's popular with the black vote is because he's anti-vaccine, and so were African Americans. African Americans were the number one demographic outside of whites who were absolutely adamantly against it. Something like 86% of the African American community did not trust the vaccine. Whites were like 71% of Republican voters. You've got a situation here where RFK doesn't need to be the vice president. She just needs to put him in the mix. She just needs to say he's being vetted. She just needs to carry along, because this is what he said today. They asked him, would you be on the Democratic ticket? And he goes, I don't know if I would, because I don't trust the process. I don't trust the system of the Democrats and the way that they run their primaries. So RFK is being the change agent right now. RFK is doing what Ross Perot did. He's going to take enough of the vote to really hurt whoever runs for the Democrat nomination. Do I think that she would grab RFK? Listen, the presidency makes very strange bedfellows, folks.
Yes.
You do what's going to give you the nomination. Mike Pence and Donald Trump did not make sense. He was a Christian conservative. He was devout. He was almost Opus Dei, but not a Catholic. I mean, this guy was fucking like beat myself with a whip, loyal to Christ. This guy wouldn't be in the same room with a woman alone at work. I mean, Mike Pence was like, I don't even think the guy's masturbated. I truly believe that. But then you got Dan Quayle. Does Dan Quayle make sense for Bush Sr.?
No. Yeah, yeah.
Does Dick Cheney make sense for George Bush Jr.? Does a fucking KKK member who eulogized 3.5 Klan members?
You're talking about Robert Byrd?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Biden.
And Kamala, yeah.
Look at John McCain and Sarah fucking Palin. Talk about the odd couple. I mean, you got one guy who's older than dirt, and you have another girl who's literally not even older than Romper Room.
Sure.
It makes strange. LBJ and Kennedy, they fucking hated each other. LBJ was like, he was definitely a Democrat, but he wasn't a liberal. I mean, he was fiscally conservative. Family values, he was conservative. Him and Kennedy hated each other. You bring in people who are going to win the nomination. RFK, if they do that, I'm going to call it right now. We're going to lose.
That's my fear.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
I got a question.
So
tell me I'm wrong.
I looked up.
Tell me I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. I looked up those numbers, and I think I see what you're looking at. I actually ended up having to go to a different site. But the two biggest third-party voters back in 2016, Gary Johnson, who had almost 4.5 million votes, and Jill Stein with 1.5 million. So when you're talking about such slim margins, especially in swing states, I can see where that would tip the scales.
But look at the percentage. How many people voted? What was it? 100? It was about 104 million people to 116 million people voted. So she got 1% of the overall national. But then Gary Johnson also took a good 2.5. That's 3.5% of the votes went somewhere else. But I'm talking the swing states too. Break down the swing states. She got 11% in some of the swing states.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would somebody continue to run for president, spend money and their time and everything else running for something that she doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell in winning?
Because she does have a snowball chance of hell in winning. All they have to do is make the American people believe that she can beat Trump. That's why they need a debate. And the RFK thing, it's not some wild conspiracy, because RFK is the only threat to the Democrats right now. That's it. There is no threat to the Democrat. But go ahead.
I just have questions because RFK pushes so hard on the Democrats. I mean,
Kamala Harris called Biden a racist who who wouldn't bust black kids. Come on.
Yes, and I think Kamala could have some zingers if she does debate Trump. Like, I think she can pull some things out, like the vaccine. Like, she can say in the early days she was never going to take a vaccine pushed by Trump. So she has, I think there are some things she can pull out of her ass if she's smart.
She's not stupid. She's not. Right. Well, and then let's not forget JD Vance.
By whatever the hell it was again. I don't remember.
Amy, do it for us real quick.
What could be unburdened by what has been.
So here's the thing. Is I want you to put this in perspective when it comes to this. JD Vance called Donald Trump Hitler.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I'm also reading the stuff about BlackRock. That's unconfirmed. That is absolutely unconfirmed. RFK likes to say shit that isn't confirmed. Okay. So but I also told you that Donald Trump, everyone said I was crazy. I said he met with BlackRock. He did. I told you he met with big banks. You guys called Nikki Haley. He met with all the Jews that Nikki Haley did. He met with the Rothschilds. He met with the Koch brothers. He met with BlackRock. He met with Chase. You guys were all like, Nikki Haley, she's a neocon. She's a new world order. Well, then so's Trump, because he met with the same people. He's taking money from the same people. What are you, crazy? Nobody turns down dollars at a national campaign. Hell, the Ku Klux Klan junior fucking band could donate $10,000 and no politician's going to turn it away. RFK doesn't make any sense, except that he is the only threat to the current Democrat ticket when it comes to siphoning votes.
Yeah.
If you put RFK on the Democrat ticket, or she announced, I know he wants to be president, but he's not going to be president. So sometimes you take the second place in order to get yourself in the... Did you think Kamala Harris ever thought she has a chance to be president? Ever? Guess what? She's about to fucking run for president. She never thought she would get that chance. Even as VP. Guess what? She is. Guess what? She is.
Yeah.
With Joe Biden.
Yeah. It's the yin and the yang effect, right? You always pick the opposite demographic where you're failing in your VP, right? Because that's going to help bolster your numbers. Yeah.
That's right. And Darla says JD Vance apologized for calling Trump that name. No shit. But so did Kamala Harris about calling Joe Biden a racist who wouldn't bust children because he didn't like black people.
Although I still think what Kamala says holds true by Joe's actions.
Sure.
And the things he still says.
Well, and I don't think Trump's not Hitler.
We all know Trump's not Hitler. I know people want to think Trump is Hitler, but I think a lot of people had reservations about Trump. I had reservations. I did vote for him. I voted for him 2 times, but because I was never going to vote for Hillary. Sorry. And you can call me a sexist person all you want to, but I'm not ready. This might sound really terrible. I'm not sure if I'm ready for a woman president. It would have to be someone who was probably more masculine, honestly. I think women are wonderful people. I think we can do a lot. I think we are great at serving the country in a lot of ways, but the president has to make a lot of decisions, and we are emotional creatures by nature. That is how we're designed to be. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to have a woman president unless it was a woman who is an even-keeled, non-emotional, can make a not rash decision, who can weigh out all the pros and cons without freaking out about everything. I couldn't do it. I would never want that. I can't make decisions about dinner. Sometimes I freak out. I'm like, I'm done. You guys just freaking pick. Like, I can't do it tonight. Like, so I don't know. I'm just not ready for her.
I would agree with you.
People need to lay off Nikki Haley, man. I just like, dude, she's out of the race. She endorsed him. She gave him a sterling review at the RNC. What do you want? She did everything she's supposed to do. Leave the fucking woman alone. Honestly, she probably is a better choice because she would beat the snot out of Kamala. Nikki Haley would wipe the floor with Kamala Harris. I know she's not supporting Haley. One of her super PACs, it's not hers, but a super PAC that supported Nikki Haley is now supporting Kamala. They don't like Trump, folks. Well, welcome. Do you know how many people don't support Donald Trump? It doesn't mean that everyone who's taken money from those people are evil. The Bushes did the same thing. Romney did the same thing. Never Trumpers are real. And there are people with a shit ton of money who are never Trumpers. I just, how can anyone, every person who doesn't like Nikki Haley loves Tulsi Gabbard. You baffle me. You fucking baffle me. I'm just like, what? Dominic Izzo and I talked about it today. I said, they're both hot, right? He goes, yeah, Tulsi Gabbard's hot, Nikki Haley's hot. And I said, would you kick either of them out of bed? He's like, no. I'm like, why do Republicans love him? He's like, Matt, stop being logical. You're doing it again. Stop it.
Excuse me.
So listen, I'm not saying RFK is going to be on the ticket, but can you imagine this? Can you imagine RFK drops out because he gets promised something? Could be a Secretary of State position. Could be Director of Commerce. Could be Chief of Staff. I don't know what. No, you want to be Chief of Staff, but a larger position, something to get him in the door. But if she said RFK is my VP, do you guys even understand how many votes would go for Kamala? Do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
RFK he's just as big of a threat as Nikki Haley was. Now, the conservatives, the reason why they got rid of her was fairly easy because they weren't incumbents. So they could go ahead and just alienate and ostracize her. You can't do that with Kamala. She's already the VP. She's in the office.
Do you think Trump would reach out to RFK and offer him a cabinet position of some sort? No.
I don't think, not after. RFK does not strike me as a person who forgives and forgets, and Trump really ran him under the coals.
Yeah.
Hard.
I would be curious to know what a debate might look like between RFK and JD Vance.
That would be good.
That would be scary because RFK is not stupid. RFK is very smart, and he's got this going for him because he's handicapped. So somebody says, can they put RFK with Harris since it's on the state's ballots as independent? Yeah. Anybody can run you can pick anyone for a VP. I 99% sure RFK is not going to be picked. But my point is that they have to be working on him. How do they get him out of the race? That has got to be probably one of the most important things to them. Dude, they changed the New Hampshire fucking primary. So the guy.
Yes.
Come on, dude. They've already cheated. Go ahead.
I looked it up today. I found out, I didn't know this. The actual deadline in order to get a party together for the Democrat Party, I didn't realize how late this was. September 3rd.
Yeah.
September 3rd.
Yeah. Presidential elections only used to be 60 days.
Yeah. That's crazy to me.
You guys.
So they have all of the time in the world to figure this out.
I know JD Vance isn't dumb. I'm not saying JD Vance is dumb. What I'm saying is JD Vance is going to have a hard time not being played off as a sexist. They tried to pull Mike Pence off as sexist and racist against Kamala Harris. What do you think they're going to do to JD Vance?
Right.
And that's the thing about Kamala. She has both of those cards. Like,
Darla,
she wins.
I didn't. Oh, God. Why do I always have to explain myself to people? Why?
Oh, no, let's just breeze on by that. There's too much going on.
But I can't.
Are you talking
I
about the way
know
you sound,
RFJ. I know RFK can't help the way he sounds. I'm just telling you, it's going to have people lower expectations of him because that's what people do. And they're going to go ahead and listen to his voice and go, oh, well, that guy, he sounds really weird, but you know what? He's super smart. That every one of you have said that. I've said that. The first time I saw RFK, Olivia said he sounds really fucking weird. And then she listened to him and he's like, oh, well, I really like what he said. That's what I'm saying. He gets this, it makes people listen to him because of his voice. I'm not saying he's faking. He's faking his voice. What an asshole. Can't believe he faked himself.
It's hard to listen to Biden too.
It's a common condition in his family.
Well,
I'd rather listen to RFK than Obama.
So is having a hole in your head.
Oh, jeez. That was so.
And a hole in your liver. Hole in your liver, too. That's Teddy Kennedy.
That was Teddy, right? Yeah.
Teddy eroded his liver, too. Listen, I don't like the Kennedy. Fuck the Kennedys, okay? Just because I study and the assassination, the Kennedys were some of the most corrupt people ever and started this process. And anyone who sits here and pretends that the Kennedys weren't royalty, that they weren't as bad as the Clintons or the Bushes, you need to go through the history of John Sr. You need to go through the history of the Kennedys and what they were, because they are not good people. They're not. What they did to Jackie O alone, oof.
What they do to her?
Well, it's a long story. We don't have time for that right now. Let's go do this. Anybody else want to chime in on this? Anybody else got some feelings? No? Okay. Folks, shirt of the night. Oh, never mind.
Just one. I because of the way the voter turnout panned out last time, it was like 158 million votes out of a registered 168 million. I wonder if that has also been taken into account and brought back down to norms from the people who study the Democrat side of things.
Correct.
That was like a 66, almost 67% voter turnout, which is unheard of.
You remember what I predicted, right?
I don't remember what you predicted, but I do know that the norms tend to run anywhere between 58, 57%, that kind of thing.
52. You're talking 114 million, 122 million were the biggest turnouts before that. I'm predicting anywhere between 127 and 132 million. So you're talking about a 30 million drop. That is an incredible amount of votes. He won by 8 million as far as the popular vote. So when you're talking 30 million votes, the Democrats don't know what the hell's going to happen. That's the problem. Right. They couldn't get any polling that had Joe Biden winning. Where Donald Trump was a year ago, like I told you, he had no electoral map to win. That's where Joe Biden is. There's no path to winning. They see him losing Georgia. They see him losing Arizona. They see Virginia and Pennsylvania all in play. Michigan's a possibility. Wisconsin's a possibility. Probably not, but is. New Hampshire's even a possibility. For the love of God, New Hampshire. Because of Nikki Haley. There's a lot of unknowns for these liberals, and they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see the new yard signs that are popping up. What are they going to do with their old Biden signs?
Well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do Biden, Harris, and draw a line through it, and then do like Harris and question mark, now accepting applications for president. You know,
that'd be great.
Total in the swing states, the total electoral number votes that are up for grabs, specifically in swing states, you're looking at around 77. That's huge.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's walk through it. Okay, Iowa, that once was a possibility, probably not going to happen. So that's going to stay red. Ohio will stay red. So now you've got to go ahead and say Minnesota. Okay, that goes blue. Very little chance of Minnesota coming on over. Michigan probably stays blue. Whitmer is extremely popular, and she has a lot of fucking pull. Wisconsin,
Trump is only up 1.3 there.
Yeah. Wisconsin looks good because of the crime. The carjackings are massive in there. Joblessness is bad. He looks pretty. What's his overall number in there? 3.2, 3.5.
It's +3. Yep.
And +3. So he's within the margin of error. But so was Joe Biden on Trump, and they still replaced him. So that tells you about the margin of error. So Wisconsin's in play. Now go to Virginia. Watch this shit. Watch this shit.
I got to pull it up.
What the hell, Leroy?
Yeah,
Virginia.
Leroy. What the heck?
Sorry. Hold on. I got it right here. Hold on.
Okay, all right. I'm holding.
There we go. There we
Both
go.
hands.
I didn't grab his polling numbers, but I do know that he's up a lot.
Well, while Leroy's looking for those numbers, I'll do Olivia's job and promote our linktapgo.com @the show.
You gotta
No,
tell
I'm
them.
just kidding, Liv. I love you, Liv. No, you just Liv so good.
Oh yeah, the way she does it. It's
That's right.
Lynn K Tap Gooey
Yeah.
dot
Not that bad.
Como.
That's how I sound doing it. Yes. Liv's much better. Let her do it.
A falling over eye.
You got this. You go get them.
Okay, so do you have you get the polling numbers and make sure you get Pennsylvania too, get Georgia, get Nevada, get Arizona, if you could.
It's +4 in Virginia.
For
Trump
who?
is sitting for Trump.
Right. What did I tell you? Yeah. Okay. So remember, sorry, Amy, did you want to send me the check now or later? Later. Okay.
I know, right?
So,
I feel like I was
okay.
gonna say, I'll buy you breakfast tomorrow. Fiona wants to go to the diner. We're having a mom-daughter day.
Oh, well, I can't come.
And
You could pick me up and then I could just pretend like I'll just put me in the trunk or something like that. They probably did that with Joe. Here's the deal. It's totally cool. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Pennsylvania, where are we at?
Hold on.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to tell you something real quick. Folks,
4.5.
4.5 in Pennsylvania. So where are you looking? Is that Real Clear Politics? Where are you at?
That's 538. I use
they're a little.
I use 538, 270 to win, and the other one is election betting odds.
270 to win is good. Use a Real Clear Politics average because that gives you a national average of all the polls. That's gonna. They may be a little biased. They're slanted, but RCP is really really good. Here's the thing. We had our Facebook platform completely demonetized when it came to copyright. So places overseas will use our shows, and for some reason they love us over there, probably because they don't speak English. But anyway, they look at Amy and Olivia, and they'd like to share our stuff. We were doing very, very well, and we never asked for donations for 3.5 years. Well, unfortunately, this is expensive, and the bigger the show gets, the more money it costs. Now we're streaming on, I don't know, 75 different podcasts. We are all over Twitter. We're over Rumble. We're Wimkin, Spreely, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. It costs money. So we are asking for your help. linktapgo.com/the show. You can donate and tip anytime you want. It's anonymous if you do it on PayPal, and you can tip directly, get your name put up in lights. We are not too short of our goal. We're about $500 down. And each month we're trying to hit a certain thing. This covers our bandwidth. This covers our overall cost to run the equipment, overall cost to go ahead and stream to you. Just to give you an idea, our Comcast internet bill is over $500 a month. And the reason why is because we stream in the terabytes here, where most people stream in the gigabytes or download from Netflix. We upload a 2-hour show 5 nights a week. That's a lot of data. So just to let you know, if you've got your family taken care of, you got your friends taken care of, you got your vacation already planned and everything's good. If you don't mind, maybe you can help out the Dumb Show. Go to linktapgo.com/the Dumb Show, or you can go directly to our site. And we have a P.O. box that Olivia is going to go ahead and put in the chat where you can mail us. Many people said, hey, Matt, we don't like to do credit cards. We don't like to do that. Can we send you some cash or can we send you a check? Yes, you can. And I will declare it with the IRS because I'm a good boy. Amy?
I just was asking. I'm not asking for money, but I'm asking for the first fan letter. I just want to be that one. I just want to be that person.
Somebody give her a fan letter. P.O. Box 2.
Letter. An appropriate one, not something gross or weird.
Send her dick pics.
Yeah, no dick pics.
P.O.
Fan mail would be awesome.
All right, P.O. Box. So I got to do the business here, folks. P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia, 20142. Yes, we have the second box in the entire city of Round Hill. We are special. There's only like 7 people here, but there it is, folks. If you don't mind, help us out. We would appreciate it. We don't like to beg, so make it easy for us and throw us something nice. By the way, shirt of the night automatically applied. Trump Vance. It says MAGA on the side. Trump Vance, Fight for America 2024. It's pretty cool. We've got a full coffee mugs, coffee over there. There's something for everybody. Go take a look at thedumbshow.com. Go ahead, Liv.
If you send us fan mail, we'll read your letter on live.
Just send us money.
Oh,
money's
There you go. And make it saucy too.
Yes.
Thomas Griffith says, Matt, I am surprised you don't use Starlink. No, I
you
have.
guys have Starlink where you are?
I don't even know.
We have Starlink anywhere you want. Anywhere. Yeah, you can get Starlink anywhere.
No, you can't. You can't get
What do
it.
you mean you can't?
Where we are. There's a line of there is a line. It's pretty close to where we are. So some people fall in the line and some people do not. Depend. I don't know.
I thought Starlink ran off satellites.
It does, but they don't go everywhere because you have to go online and you can put in your address and you can say like it'll tell you, yeah, yes, we're supporting it, or we're coming in this many months or whatever. So it's coming to us, but we're so remote.
All right, to keep this moving forward, I will just tell you quickly. Comcast came out here. Our phones were struggling. Amy, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I didn't mean to say it like
comments.
that.
I'm reading comments.
Okay, good, because I'm just all I need is you guys are so disrespectful to Amy, and you don't even she has no joy in her life. And I'm like, yeah, but she's got big boobs. So I know you're so horribly. I'm glad I control your life. So Comcast came out here, and one of our lines, one of the couplers blew, and they came out here, and we were constantly having problems. Well, they found out that I was a VP for Comcast. VP for Comcast is kind of a big thing, right? It's a high position. It's not easy. It's a big deal. So they found out I was a VP. The guy called, greased some wheels, called the regional president of this area. They called Philadelphia. They approved to put me on my own node. So I have my own node. Nobody else has tapped into it. Like I literally am wired into the main line that feeds all of the telecommunications for like 30 miles around. And I have a direct feed. So my speeds are like 1700 down. So 1.7 gigs down.
Damn.
And my up is like 946 megabytes up. Almost a gig up. I can upload. And I can, like Jason and I were talking, he's like, I got a 3 gig video I'm downloading. I'm like, I'll have it in 7 seconds. He's like, what? And I'm like, I'm already opening it. He's like, how? My internet's good. Okay. And I just want to let you know, not bragging if it's true. I think we've had a good conversation. I think we asked some questions. A lot of speculation, right? The why. Kamala Harris is obviously the choice the Democrats want. But it baffles me. I think there's the elites, and then there's this movement inside the Democrat Party. I think there's vying for control, because there was a very close to a civil war inside the Democrat Party in 2016. It was very fractured, very fragmented. When AOC came in, it went left, and then the moderates did not want to give up control. I don't think that's done. I think it's very similar to
the civil war going on now.
Yeah.
Within the Democratic Party, right?
Within the Democratic Party, yeah.
Yes, that's my point. I think it's extremely, there's a power grab taking. There's a paradigm shift happening inside the Democrat Party right now that was very similar to what happened with the Never Trumpers. I've never seen the conservatives so united. This is like Reagan-esque. I have never, ever seen I've never seen a convention like that in my life, and I've seen a lot. Never have I seen anything close to that. What the fuck is up with the pickles? What are we talking about? What the hell are you guys talking about?
The pickles.
The pickles. I'm going to go ahead and put it back.
Pickle Rick.
I'm going to put the backpack in the center. We're just going to dance. Just dance.
Someone get this lady some pickles.
Get this lady some pickles stat. Okay.
Will this be the most publicized and watched DNC convention?
Oh, I won't watch it. It's fucking annoying. Oh God, how much drudgery can you get? Yes, people are going to watch. They're going to want to see. But honestly, I think people know what they're going to get. I really do. I think they know what they're going to get. They know Kamala. They don't know Kamala, but they're going to remember Kamala and go, okay, here, this is what they're going to remember. And everyone's going to be like, oh God, her? I thought at least she was, somebody else, because this is what they're going to remember. Here it is. I pulled it up.
There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana.
This is what they remember.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence.
If another person says pickles, I'm banning you. Nobody says pickles. No more pickles. Stop it. Stop the pickles talk. No pickles.
Make pickles great again.
Don't make pickles great again. No paga. I don't even know that's it. I don't know.
Freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system.
She really is pretty.
Tulsi?
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah, but she's also a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Sorry, folks. She's not a good human being. Her policies suck. You can't be open to late-term abortion and be a good person. I'm sorry.
Correct.
You just can't. You can't be to ripping a baby out of the womb at that time. Just no. You're not a good human being. I'm sorry. I don't care. You may have a right to do it because that's what you think, but you're not a good person if you do get that. No. Mm-mm.
Did you guys see that pastor's, not to I don't want to derail the conversation, I'm just asking a quick question, but did you guys see the pastor's analysis of abortion? If you support, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing. He was saying if you support abortion, then you obviously were okay with slavery because you're saying that one life is better than, I was that was, I'm like, yes.
Well,
totally
you're going to say yes to this because these are always fun. I hate TikTok. I tried to create another one just to get over it, but fuck TikTok. I hate them. Yeah. The day that they get everyone's like freedom of speech. I'm like, nah, you know what? It's cool. Just liquidate fucking TikTok. I'm okay with it. Violate their speech. I don't care. First Amendment, fuck it. For them, liquidate TikTok after what they did for me. I'm sorry. I know. I'm kidding. It's tongue in cheek, but this is great. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Folks, by the way, shirt Trump and Vance, 10% off. Seriously, go buy a shirt. It's good stuff. I know you're usually used to 15, but you're getting 10% tonight. Deal with it. Here it is. By the way, Secret Service, if you're not tracking this kid and putting him on profile, this is the next Butler guy. And just let you know.
It looks
just heads
similar.
Up. Oh, this is the next Butler kid. Watch this kid.
He looks like somebody just took his whoopee.
He dropped out! He dropped out!
Yes! Let the hate flow through you. Let the anger throw through. I can feel your hatred. Strike your father down and your transformation will be complete.
You know who he reminds me of? Is the chick after
it's the chick
after Hillary lost, and you see her freaking out at the inauguration of Trump. That's who he reminds me of.
This guy's never seen a Twinkie he doesn't like.
At first, I thought he was trolling.
Joe Biden, please.
Yes, dude.
Oh, dude, his nails are painted.
Yes, dude. Just let it out. Let it out.
Painted. They're like
he's got a really great manicure, though.
Hate leads to anger. Anger leads to suffering.
Wow.
Suffering leads to the dark side. It does. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a second. So, Tommy, hang tight.
Gen Z, we need to band together.
God, yes.
Please.
Yes.
He was for Gen Z's first president.
Yes. This is so cool. I love this.
It's like Sink Uyghur or Sank Uyghur or whatever the heck his name was.
It's pretty good.
I just feel bad for his parents.
He's like, is it recording? He's like, hold on a second. Shit, do I have to do that again? Give me a break, dude.
Oh, wow.
Listen, children, I'm going to explain something to you. The president is the president of the states. He's not the president of the people. He does nothing for you. He raises your taxes a little bit. You may pay some higher gas, but overall, the president doesn't impact you worth a shit. That's your governor. It's your city council, your state legislature, senator, county clerk, recorder's office, sheriff. Those are the people who matter. City council. Here, I'm just going to say this quickly. I've kind of passed off the other ones, and when I say quickly, I mean quickly. If last night at 3:30, 4 o'clock, you were literally taking Joe Biden into your mouth and posting it all over Twitter and Facebook like you've done for 3.5 years about how fucking smart he is, how great he is, how he's the most transformational president in history, how he's great. Just literally just saying everything that's not true, writing complete paragraphs where every single word is a lie. If you're that person and you have Joe Biden completely all the way to shaft in your mouth where his hair is tickling your nose, if that's you, and then at 5:45, you then were tongue deep into Kamala and you didn't wipe your chin off first, you're a piece of shit. And I know this is graphic, and I know, but you know what? That's literally what these people do. They literally are whores. From Brooklyn Dad to Harry Sassan to Rob Reiner to Stephen King to JoJo to all of you, you're fucking whores. You sell your soul to the highest bidder. You sell your mouth for sex, for digital porn when it comes to political porn. That's what you do. And I, for one, love that Dom Izzo said it today. He's like, we'd be millionaires if we didn't have any scruples and ethics. And that is the truth. I will not sell myself. I will not go ahead and back up a candidate who I disagree with. I will not sit here and say that they're perfect. I will not. I will not eat green eggs and ham. So if you were that person who, Harry Sassan, who was literally Joe Biden, and then 5 minutes later you abandon him. You just, fuck you, loser. And you went right to Kamala Harris and then start saying the same. Oh, she's the greatest. She's amazing. She's perfect. She'll solve all the problems in this country. She's the most powerful African-American woman in U.S. history. Oh, my God.
She from Africa?
If you're that, yes. No. If you're Jamaican. If you're that person, you're a whore. Exactly. There's my rant. I'm done with my time. It was a little over a minute. Leroy, go.
My biggest issue is that for everyone who has been talking Joe Biden up for the last 3.5 years, right? Just really nailing down that message of, oh, he's the most popular president we've ever had. Oh, there's nothing wrong with him. All of his mental faculties are still there. I'd still trust him to take Trump out behind the gym and beat the hell out of him like he said he would, right? If you are that person.
That's right.
Feel with me here. If you are that person and you had it all in for Joe, and then yesterday happens, and literally the Democrat Party, if you find out that the Democrat Party itself forced Joe out, what are you feeling right now? Where do your loyalties lie right now? How do you feel about what the Democrat Party just did to the most popular president of all time?
What are they going to say, Leroy? Tell us what they're going to say. Tell us the words exactly. If you don't, I will.
I need you to, because I can't think of it.
Here it is. It was necessary to save our democracy from Donald Trump. That's what they call us a cult. Did you guys see the video today?
No, not yet.
Oh, all right. Go ahead, Amy. You do it. And I'll play it.
Yeah, no, I exactly what Leroy said. And then I'll just add to that. Most people listening to this show are probably Trump supporters, or at least Republicans, whatever, or conservatives in some sort. So please talk to your friends who are Biden supporters, who are Democrats, who are registered Democrats, and ask these important questions. And don't be a dick about it. Just pose the questions. Do you think it's no? Because a lot of them, I don't think I don't think a lot of people are able to think for themselves, and that's not
don't be a dick.
Be mean.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
don't be a dick.
It's not to be mean. I'm not trying to say your friends are idiots or whatever because they want to vote for Biden. I know you are, but I'm not. People listen to the media, and I think it's time to just say, "Hey, what about this? What about pose those important questions and get them to think maybe a little bit differently, and maybe they won't vote for Trump ever, and that's okay, but maybe they, can at least see the writing for what it is. That's not the quote.
No. I think they completely understand what you're saying, and I think it's awesome. And when those people disappoint you guys, you can come over here and be a Republican,
right?
Because that's what is a good shot. Amy, I love your heart. and you're a good person. And I
Phrasing.
I think I'm with you. I don't think we're going to get anywhere with vitriol anymore. And I think the Democrats need to be screwed over. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say it. Then I'm going to hand it over to Olivia. The Democrats need to stop fucking over black people, and they need to fuck over some white people to make change. And they are now fucking over white people, and white people are going to learn. Because black people, unfortunately, I have said this 100 times over, they empower their slave masters just like they did 200 and some odd years ago. And if they would have known then that they outnumbered the slave masters 100-1, and they could have literally destroyed those plantations and taken over those states, they didn't do it. You have the power. African Americans have the power to rise up and revolt against liberal policies that have kept you down for 75 years. It's not going to happen. So now liberals need to piss off some white people, and they're about to. And watch what happens. I'm going to play this video. Liv, I want your 1 minute afterwards. I said I'd play it real quick. It's 55 seconds, if that's okay, honey. Is that okay?
Make sure you put over my face because I'm joyless.
That's right. You're right. You know what? Your face is bothering me. So I think people want more of me anyway. So exactly. let me just go ahead and put this right here. Try not to talk, Liv, because you ruin it. Thanks.
Oh my God.
So here's my question. If Donald Trump all of a sudden, for no reason at all, decided to drop out of the race because somebody told him to, and we knew he was being forced to do so, do you think people would be quiet? Do you think they would immediately go ahead and start putting their support behind Mike Pence or J.D. Vance? Or do you think they would rise up, sign a petition, march, do something to let Donald Trump know that we want him as our president? I think we know the answer. And they call us a cult. I don't know if it's a cult if you're excited and passionate about somebody you want to represent you. I think it's a cult when everyone goes quiet and immediately goes to the next person that they recommend who's done absolutely nothing and is one of the most progressive socialist VPs and senators in U.S. history. I don't know. Sounds pretty cult-like to me. Living it last word, hon.
Thanks for watching.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for the donations.
Is that
Appreciate it? Yeah, that's always it. Short and sweet.
You're so joyless. Can you nothing? You got nothing? You have 5 minutes? Can you just like look a little unhappier?
Yanni wants to say hi.
Okay, say hi to Yanni. The last thing, a lot of people are feeling uneasy right now. They're kind of stressed out, and they're thinking, is Donald Trump going to win? Okay. Here's what you all need to just really embrace. And I think we all will say the same thing. You have no control over any of that. There is nothing you can do to ensure that Donald Trump wins. There is nothing you can do to ensure that Kamala Harris loses as an individual. The only thing you can do is use your individual rights to overall impact the collective. And when you vote, it's not a vote of epic proportion that changes an election. It's all the votes added up together that has the ability to make change. So if you have friends that live in Pennsylvania or Arizona or Georgia, Michigan, Minnesota, make a phone call. I don't care if they hate you. Make a phone call. Build a relationship. Ask them questions. Find out who they're voting for. Find out why. Find out how they're feeling. Because right now, I bet they're not happy. I want you to imagine if they did this to Donald Trump. How pissed would you be? I guarantee you America is pissed. That's why they're shoving Kamala Harris down our throats. That's why they're saying she's the greatest person since sliced bread. Take your time. Realize that it's only one vote at a time, but impact those states. And I promise you this, then the change you want is what you'll get. Because remember this, Donald Trump's important, but he's not more important than the House and the Senate. It's not more important than your city council. It's not more important than your governor. Or those are the people who actually impact your life. They are responsible to represent you. The president represents the governors. And that is it. The president of the United States represents the governorship. That is his job. Don't ever forget that. So although it might be nice to have Donald Trump sitting up there, I would rather have Donald Trump with a House and the Senate. That would be the most ideal situation. The only way we do that is every single person votes. That's it. That's how you change things. Okay? That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Hey, can I add something real quick?
Sure.
Something that happened to me. So I got into a mildly heated debate. This was literally yesterday. And it has direct bearing on the show. My own mother not only defriended me, unfriended me, she also blocked me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Best news you ever heard.
And so this was one of those situations. Amy Stancomb just actually, hey, wished me well and thank you very much. You're very kind. It's one of those situations. We've been saying this on the show for I can't tell you how long. This is how the show started. Matt had friends over for dinner. Politics comes up during dinner. Olivia says, "Hey, I think I'm going to vote one way." Next thing you know, boom, washed. You are no longer in our lives. You're out of the herd. And so when we're talking about that kind of loyalty, without ever having discussed the policies, without ever having discussed the ramifications of those policies, when we're talking about abortion, Second Amendment, minimum wage, things like that, the southern border, all of those are such hot button issues. If you find yourself in those situations, do your homework. Make sure you have the facts on your side. If the person that you're dealing with is an emotional person and they don't care about facts, then it's really not going to matter. But just know what the hell you're talking about. That's all I had.
Yeah, I got to say something. I got it. Amy, you want to say something first?
I'll go after you.
Oh, shit. Okay, so get a Snickers bar.
Here we go.
The matriarch is the most important person in your life, coupled with a patriarch, your mother and father. I don't know what it's like to have either. I had an abusive mother mentally, physically, spiritually, in every other way, shape, or form. She is the clone of your mom. Your mom went after me.
I know.
And I have nothing to say negative about her because honestly, I don't care. She was just vicariously taking out what she wanted to take out on you, on me, and psychologically speaking, I don't give a shit. Because I told my own mother to go fuck herself a long time ago. I really am not going to kowtow to somebody else's. But you and I became, I think, better friends when we shared our mother's stories, where they essentially are synonymous and share the same brain. And they do. And they should find each other because they would be happy forever. That relationship would just be perfect. My father wasn't a bad man. He just was vacant. He wasn't around. And he didn't come around. And he didn't. By the time I was born, he was just done. He was disenfranchised with kids and really didn't give me the things that I need. And woe is fucking me. But the thing I needed from my father more than anything was protection. And he didn't give me that. And that is what literally changed my life, is he failed to protect his son. That is unforgivable. But I did. And I kept going back to the well, and I kept trying to repair relationships. And I believe that repair had to be through me. And I went back to my sister, and she tried to steal my kids from me. I went back to my brother after what he did to me, and insulted my wife and degraded me. And I can't even begin to tell you the times I went back to the well only to be poisoned. And I always thought it was my fault. And I finally learned that I am so much happier without the spears in my life. I don't have one spear in my life. My brother, my sister, my father is gone. My mother, any of the relatives, I don't have any spears. I don't know any fucking spears. And honestly, I'm glad. And I don't know many of the Rices either. I know Tamara, and I hardly know her father, but I care about him. But my family comes from the people I choose to surround myself with now, and that's you. That's the listeners. That's the Raymonds, who I love more than anything else in the whole world. Randy and Joe and Holly, and Aunt Sherry. Those are the one, and Randy Jr. and the rest are the ones that I love. And Sam and I can't remember her name. Emma. Thank you, God. I love Emma too. But that is because I've chosen to have those people in my life after they went through a series of drills to know that I can trust them. And nobody gets there anymore without my permission. Leroy, a lot of people are saying it's bad. A lot of people are showing teary faces. I am absolutely 100% happy for you, and you are about to find individuality that you've never had before, and you will get to choose whether that woman comes back into your life or not, and that is the greatest power that anyone could grant you. Welcome to a freedom that you've never experienced before. I think it's great, and I'm congratulations are my thoughts. I'm going against the grain. I'm going against the grain.
No. It's definitely that was always there. This was something that has been a long time in the building, and just we constantly snip at each other because our sets of values are so different. And for a long time, I tried to be the better person, and I really tried to like just let shit slide. I would tell my wife, hey, just kind of back off. Maybe she's not all there. We can cut her some slack, right? It's like dealing with Joe Biden. Give him some slack. And so, but it just continuously just deteriorated, and more vitriol came out over time. All my life, I always had issues with my parents. My dad was very abusive. He was a very hands-on kind of guy. And my mom, both my parents were addicts in their own ways. And my mom, she really was this, hey, I am a victim here. The victim mentality all of the time. So-and-so did this to me, or I couldn't do this because of somebody else. It was this constant passing of the buck, pointing the finger. I can't do what I want to do because of this. And there was never any self-ownership. Being in the Navy for plus 22 years now, right? I was already a self-made man at that point. But there's still this, well, it's still your mom. You still let her in your house. You still put up with her, right? Just because it's your mom. And eventually when your own mother defriends you and says, I don't want to deal with you anymore. It's both hurtful and it's both freeing, because you end up in this mindset of, I don't have to deal with the crazy anymore. It's bittersweet.
It's phase 3. Like phase 5 is coming, and that's when you make the decision and go, I don't want you in my life. My mom came to me and she said, Matt, you're like a sergeant in the military. You can whip me into shape. Help me get better. And I said, okay, here's the stipulations. I want you 3 months, take all your Vicodin, all your Percocet. I want you to flush it down the toilet, and I want you to put yourself in rehab. Once you successfully navigate rehab, I'll be there to pick you up. From the hours of 9 to 5 o'clock, you're going to get a job. And then after that, you're going to come home. You're going to help cook dinner. You'll sit down with the family and we'll spend the time. And then you'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to work out with me. Those are the stipulations. You'll pay rent. You will help with electricity. You'll help with the cable bill. And you will do all those things. Do you agree? And she goes, Matt, I just need your... And I said, fuck off. Click. So... And I did that like 10 times until finally I made sure I said the things I needed to say that she would never call me again. And she hasn't. And, hey, man, maybe it won't get there. Maybe you guys will reconcile, whatever. But all I'm just telling you is that it's way too similar to me. And I've had a part of the woman's vitriol, and I haven't mentioned her, but she came after me. No, stop it. Don't worry about it. But they called me at my own fucking house, dude. Like, they called me at my home and wanted to converse with how much I've destroyed you and how evil I am and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, holy fuck. You know what? I got my own demons. I got my own family. So I appreciate the fact that you've shared. I appreciate that you're here, and I love you, and you're my brother. And if you need to talk about it, I'm here. Okay. Anybody else want to say? Amy, I told you it was going to be short. Go ahead, Ames.
No, that's fine. But I'm going to pass my last comment off to Boo here. She has something to say.
Okay.
Here, lean in here. Oh
my God, she's cute.
She's awesome.
I know. She's the best. Go ahead.
What's up? What's up, kid?
Mr. Matt and Miss Olivia, would you like to come with us tomorrow for breakfast at at Tammy's Diner.
What time, sweetie?
8-ish, 8:30-ish. We don't know.
I would be honored. Can we bring Ethan and can we bring Hayden?
Yeah, 100%.
I unfortunately have to work.
Yeah, we don't care about you.
But-
You have no joy. So
I know, I'm not sure. But
See?
we go on Saturday mornings, Fiona. So if you would like to join us this Saturday, we would love to have
Would you guys rather wait till? Can we wait till Saturday so we can all go, or would you rather do it tomorrow, kiddo?
Oh, she said, do you want to wait till Saturday or do you want to do it tomorrow?
Because Olivia can go on Saturday.
Because Miss Olivia can't go until Saturday.
Well, can we do it today and then Saturday?
Today and Saturday is her, so probably today.
My girlish figure. You know
Tomorrow.
what? Let's do breakfast tomorrow. That'd be fine, and we'll be there Saturday. Any chance I can get Tammy's pancakes, I'm set. Yes, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll text you.
See, anyone who really understands me knows that adults can't get to me, but kids, forget about it. I can't say no to a kid. I can't do it.
I'll make sure Ethan goes, and I'll even pull Hayden out of bed.
Well, they'll be up and ready. So let's like do 8-ish is fine-ish or 8:30ish. It doesn't matter, or 7:30 or
8. So
just
because we have a nail appointment tomorrow.
Oh,
you didn't ask me to get my nails done. Sexist.
We didn't. It's mom and daughter time. But if Hayden wants to join, she's welcome to come with us.
I can be a woman. I can. The liberals say I can be a woman. I don't understand.
True,
you guys can
true.
take Hayden to get. You can take Hayden to get her nails done. She would love that.
Should we take Hayden to get her nails done too?
Here, let me call her.
Here,
Hang on.
get Hayden up here. Hold on a second. We're gonna do this right. Let's do this right. Let's do a full invite.
Oh, they won't care if we don't. She can have my appointment. If they'll have
Oh.
time. It's Tuesday at 10
no.
o'clock.
We don't want to
No,
invite. No.
No, it's
Hey,
fine.
you're being summoned
Tuesday
to the
morning at
show,
10
and
o'clock.
trust me, you're gonna want to come.
Time and the manpower. Fine.
You're being summoned to the show.
Hayden, hurry up. 30 seconds. Let's go. Run it.
Coming.
And now it's the
Be
Boo
joyless.
Show.
Be joyless.
Be joyless. Let's go. My daughter. If one thing I want to make sure I do is make my wife and daughter joyless.
Right.
Hello.
She says it just like you.
Hello. Okay, we got Hayden here.
Okay, she needs a headphone on though.
Come here. She's
You need
gonna
one
be
too.
fine.
I'm gonna put this in your ear so you can hear. Okay, babe.
Yeah, which one?
This one.
Okay, lean in here.
Hi.
There's Fiona.
Oh, hi, Fiona.
Hold on, she's got to get her headphone in. Okay, say hi, Fiona. Wait.
Just a little tiny bit, like little.
Okay, you push it to where you can hear it. Got it?
I might have to hold it, but it's okay.
That's fine. You have little ears.
Say hi, Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
Can you hear
That's Hayden.
Can you hear her?
Can you hear her, Fiona?
Oh, she's having a hard time.
This one is my bad ear.
Oh, that's your bad ear. Sorry, hold on. Okay, here.
Nice job, Mom. She can't.
She can't hear you.
No, but she's used to it.
Okay.
Okay, you can hear now? Okay, say hi.
Hi, Fiona.
Hi.
So, Fiona, do you want to ask Hayden? Go ahead.
Would you like to go get your nails done with us?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Do you want to know if we want to go to Tammy's for breakfast tomorrow morning?
Absolutely.
It's 8 o'clock.
I'll wake up.
Fiona, you are special.
Aunt got me melatonin for my birthday for a reason.
It's 8:30, so we'll be all right. We'll go to breakfast, and you guys can go get your nails done.
Absolutely, I'd love that.
Okay, good.
It's a
All
girls'
right.
day.
It's a date.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
All right.
All right, great. You're paying for yourself. I'm not buying you shit. Sorry, Fiona. I said the S. Ooh, I said the naughty word. I'm sorry.
That word.
I said the
$1 in the swear jar, Matt.
Yep.
I said a naughty word. I'm sure your mother's never said a word like that, has she?
No, go to bed. I love you.
It's okay. She never wants to be on. Now she wants to. Welcome. Here it's going to start now. She's got an opinion. You're done. You're woo, Amy. You're done.
It's fine.
All right.
Love it.
We'll
Good treat.
see you
I'll
tomorrow.
bring her home afterwards.
I'm very excited. It'll be a fun time, and I can't wait. And she's very happy. Hayden loves that type of stuff. So we'll see you then. Folks, thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. Leroy, maybe you and I can go get manis and petties sometime when we see each other.
Yeah, I think we need to do that. Yeah.
We do. Well, we'll see each other soon, dude. I can't wait for that. God bless. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. We'll see you guys mañana. Recorded show will be there, and we will also have a live show at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you stop by. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. Good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
See ya.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the
Liv, you be joyless.
TV network.
Now you go get there and give me a Popeye now. Enough of that.
At the DUM
Don't you ever
show.
talk back to me on that show again. I swear, woman. How dare you? Oh,
Honest,
shit, we're on.
direct, unfiltered.
I
We can
love you,
agree.
boo.
We can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.